going on, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live presented by Rock'em. Your Orlando Magic fall in Game 2, 109-100 against the Boston Celtics. Magic fall to 0-2 in the series, or I guess another way to say it, Boston now leads 2-0. And it is desperation time in Orlando. Welcome to the show. My name's Kevin. This is our live postgame show after every Orlando Magic game. Here's what you can expect over the next 10 hours. Less than that. 8 hours. You're going to get this show right here. This is our postgame live, so you can hang out with us live after the game and talk about the game, or maybe you were watching this later. I don't know. Later, well, actually right now as we speak, Ben is at the watch party on Wall Street asking Magic fans what their take on the game is. So you're going to get a six-fan show. That's going to be way, way late. Really, it's going to be early in the morning. So when you wake up in the morning, you can watch that. Also, when you wake up in the morning, there's going to be a brand new episode of the Six-Man Show. Jonathan, myself, we're going to record that episode way later tonight. And so you got not one, not two, but 3 pieces of Orlando Magic content to consume while we sit here and marinate for the next 48 hours before the big, huge win or go home, pretty much, Game 3 on Friday at home. Here's what I'll say. Before we talk about this game, before we talk about the frustration, before we talk about some of the good things that we saw tonight, here's what I have to say. I know many of you, like myself, will be at Game 3 on Friday. It needs to be a Game 7 atmosphere, because it pretty much is, all right? Last year, same scenario. Down 0-2, you lose the first 2 games in Cleveland. What happens next? Some people say the Magic are some people say the Magic are out of it. Magic come home. They beat the brakes off of Cleveland in Game 3. They beat the brakes off of Cleveland in Game 4 to tie the series. Is this a totally different animal in the Boston Celtics? Of course it is. Of course it is. But I am begging you, I am imploring you, if you are at this game in 48 hours with me, join me in leaving it all out on the floor that night. We have to be on fire. We have to provide the best atmosphere possible to give this team a chance to win a game and a chance to tie the series potentially on Sunday. So that's my speech. If you're there, be loud, go crazy. We got to drown out whatever Celtics fans are there. Give this team a chance. Give this team a boost that they so desperately need. Because goodness knows we need a boost right now. Because what we are seeing, the first 2 games in Boston, not great. Across the board. Paolo's sensational, right? I thought Franz was actually pretty good. Didn't shoot the 3-ball well tonight, obviously. But outside of that, Franz was quite good tonight. Wendell, miles better than Sunday, right? We'll talk a lot about that and more. We'll get your thoughts from the chat and especially super chats as well. Again, welcome to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live. My name's Kevin. Glad you're hanging out with us today. This show is brought to you by Rock'em. They're the world's largest sock store, and they're located just down the street from Kia Center in beautiful Orlando, Florida. You can get socks and underwear for some of your favorite teams, not just sports teams, but also non-sports things as well. Disney, Marvel, Harry Potter, Nickelodeon, you name it. They've probably got the license for it. Shop at rock'em.com. And really quick, I want to show you the playoff sock that is available now. Win for the O. The 2025 playoff slogan sock is available at rock'em.com. When you shop at rock'em.com, just use this code MAGIC20. It gets you 20% off your order all Orlando Magic season long, whether you're buying Magic socks or Disney socks or Tampa Bay Buccaneers socks or whatever you want. 20% off with that code MAGIC20. The other thing, the other big positive outside of Rock'em from this game, I got to show you this. If you are just a viewer of the show, you don't follow us on social media, you just watch our content, or maybe you listen to the podcast or watch the podcast on here, or those kinds of things, you might have missed this that happened tonight, which was a pretty special moment. Our dear friend Jalen Suggs, friend of the show, been on the show many times, rocking the 6th-man long sleeve that we dropped back in December to the game in Boston tonight. That was really fun. You might have seen him on the bench on TNT, or I guess FanDuel Sports Florida if you were watching it. Shout out Jalen. He is truly a man of the people. Like, he just loves Magic fans, loves his fan base. And so, yeah, that's another reason we have to show out Friday. We have to return the love. Okay? Let's do it. All right? Let's see. Let's go to some chats here. We do have a super chat here from Chris Higgins who says KCP averaged 1 point every 11.5 minutes. Woof. Well, let's just rip the Band-Aid off, okay? Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's talk about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Oh, man, guys, like, he struggled most of the season, right? We talked about it a lot on this show or the podcast or wherever. Magic fans, Magic Twitter, everyone's talked about it. He struggled a lot this season. The last quarter of the season started to shoot the ball respectably. And what was said over and over again was, hey, you brought this guy in to perform in the playoffs. A lot of people said, as bad as it's been, he can redeem some, if not all of that, in the postseason. And tonight, when you just needed a few more buckets to make this a competitive game, he goes 1 of 9 from the field, 0 of 6 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line as well, to the tune of 3 points in 34 and a half minutes. Yikes. That is just not good enough from your $22 million man. Not good enough. 2 games in a row, 2 postseason games in a row, we're just not getting good enough stuff from KCP. Turn it around at home, game 3, or else. Yeah. We will have a whole offseason to talk about potential moves the Magic should make, but right now it does not look good for KCP. Yeah. All right. To the chat we go. Let's see what else we got here. Ty Mr. TV says, refs, we didn't need your help to lose the game, but thanks. I tell you what, guys, the refs are not the reason we lost this game. We lost this game because we can't shoot. But those refs were criminally bad in the first 3 quarters. Like, truly, truly awful. Like, up until the last couple minutes of this game, that little ticker on the bottom of the screen, I had the 3 refs down there as having like 11 assists for Boston. I put that stat together. I changed it at the last second because I thought that was a little too childish. But instead, I'm just going to sit here and complain about it. You know, why not? Yeah, the officiating was shocking. Just really bad through 3 quarters. I thought the 4th quarter, they finally started to call it both ways. And I just want to clarify, when I say the officiating was bad, it was so one-sided. It was one-sided. They called it one way on one end of the floor, and they called it a different way on the other end of the floor. And you just hate to see that. Pick it. Make your choice. Are you going to let him be physical or are you not? One team was allowed to be very physical. The other team was not through 3 quarters. 4th quarter, again, they called a lot of fouls for the Magic. Made it look a little more even. 24-33, I think, were the free throw splits. Yeah, 24 for the Magic, 33 for Boston. But that's only because the 4th quarter they decided, let's call it both ways. It's crazy stuff, man. Crazy. I'm Jovi says, 0 for 6, all open threes for KCP. Yeah, a lot of open triples. Man, KCP is undoubtedly the talking point in the chat right now. And rightfully so, obviously. Let's be clear. Rightfully so. Okay, let's see. Heck yeah says, fast forward me to when we have Suggs and another NBA caliber starting guard. Paolo doesn't deserve this. Facts, man. It's just really hard to watch. Really, really hard to watch. I give Paolo obviously credit for playing well, but credit for just truly shouldering the burden of this team right now. Because, again, I thought Franz was, again, take away the 3 ball. Franz, I thought, was very good tonight. Wendell, huge improvement. Everybody else, I mean, AB was better. I'll give AB credit. But even he's not hitting triples, Team goes 7 of 29 from 3. Woof. We got another super chat. This one's from Nick Monk. Says, it's funny how with all the free throws we missed, all the fouls Boston got, and the miraculous play from Brown, we still could have won if KCP just hits 3 threes. Isn't that wild to think about? You just hate to see it. All right, let's see what else we got here from the chat. Luke Benson says, Dude, this is crazy. I didn't realize Adam Silver loved the Celtics so much. I thought he was a Lakers fan. Yeah. Yikes. Luis Rosario says, these are growing pains and lessons for next year. I definitely think this is an aspect of it. I think you're definitely right, Luis Rosario. The flip side of that coin is that when I think about the lessons, I'm really thinking about the cornerstone guys of this team, Paolo, Franz. Jalen is quote-unquote learning lessons, but in a very different way this year, obviously. The fact is, the rest of those guys, I gotta be careful. The lessons that the rest of the guys learned this year, except for maybe like Anthony Black, maybe Jonathan Isaac, the rest of the guys, the lessons they learned this year have no impact on the Magic. Because there is no way these guys are getting playoff minutes next year. There can't be for the Magic. There just can't be. There's no way. And again, I've got to stop myself from going on full on off-season rant mode, because that's what I want to do right now, honestly. Like, you watch this game and this team is crying out for major overhauls from at the role player level. Major. And so, yes, growing pains for Paolo, for Franz, playing a very good defense, having to find their way to get buckets. And again, Paolo he's just so good. 12 of 25 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. Obviously, you wanted to make more free throws. 6 of 11 from the line. But, man, he's just a machine. He's so good. So good. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Back to the chat here. We go. Yeah, interesting. Interesting stuff I'm seeing. Gaming with Chris says Black and Cole need more minutes. Oh, my gracious. Anthony Black, maybe. Like, I thought he was much better today. Cole Anthony, guys, was so bad in his 5 minutes. Like really. And it's not like Cole, like, oh, he just couldn't shoot. Like, no. The decision-making was wild. I don't know what was going on with Cole, because that was some crazy stuff we saw in this short stint. You can't, the way Cole has played in two games, he's unplayable. He's unplayable. That's why Corey Joseph is playing 23 minutes. He's just unplayable. So far through 2 games. Now, can Cole Anthony flip a switch and go off game 3 at home? 100%. We all know he can. We all know he's capable of that. But what we've seen in these 2 games has been wild. Luis Rosario says, well, at least we drew first blood in this series. That's kind of funny. Yeah, that was a crazy play. It's never a flagrant. Like, I don't understand that flagrant call. Like, there is zero intent behind it. He's just trying to get the rebound. He is fouled, by the way. His arm is up in the air. He brings his arm down because he's coming down from jumping. And yeah, Porzingis' face is there. Like, that sucks. I feel bad for KP. Like, obviously he's fine. Like, he's laughing it off, and it was a cool, like, if I'm a Celtics fan, I'm fired the heck up. You see him bloody, you see him smile, and you see him come back and play. Like, what a moment for them, right? But it's not a flagrant. Like, what are we doing? This is the freaking playoffs. There's no intent. It's just the officiating, man. It's just wild. Just crazy. Lots of KCP thoughts. Continuing in the chat, Magic Prod says, Jalen Suggs repping the 6-man show. Yeah, that was really, really special. Shout out to Jalen. Bo says KC Poop. KCP stands for KC Poop. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. By the way, thanks for tuning into the show. There's a ton of you hanging out with us on YouTube and even more watching over on X. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're brand new around here, this is the 6-man show. We put out Orlando Magic content, including live streams like this one. So whether you're watching it now or watching it later, please consider hitting the subscribe button. If you're new around here, again, if you like Orlando Magic content or just interested in following us for the rest of maybe this playoff series, maybe you're a Celtics fan, hit that subscribe button. But regardless whether you're subscribed or you're not, hit the like button, because that helps more Orlando Magic fans find this community. So thanks for hanging out with us on this Wednesday night. Janine also saying, how about Jalen repping the 6-man merch and got a cameo on TNT? Yeah, that was really cool. Really cool. Let's see what else we got here. Jalen says Paolo is by far the best player in this series. Just wish we could hit shots, meaning everybody else. Yeah, Paolo, I mean, absolutely. Jaylen Brown played obviously really great tonight. What did he end up with? 36, 10, and 5. 12 of 19 from the field, 5 of 7 from 3. Man, Jaylen Brown went crazy tonight. Got to give him credit. But, and I think Jaylen Brown, the eye test tonight, he was maybe, I don't know if I want to say he's better, because what Paolo's dealing with on every possession is crazy, right? Because they don't care about the other guys on the team. So they're giving all their attention to Paolo, whereas the Magic are having to defend everybody because everybody on the Celtics is good versus the Magic where nobody is outside of, Paolo and Franz. But yeah, through 2 games, Paolo is undoubtedly the best player in the series so far. No doubt. Who Josiah says, I absolutely despise Celtic fans. Honestly crazy how they're trying to push this agenda that the Magic are some dirty team. It's wild. And it's like you go through Twitter, you go through NBA Reddit, and everybody is just cooking the Magic, saying they're a dirty team. It's just not true. It's just not true. It's just not true. Do they play really hard? Yes. Do they play really aggressive? Yes. The Cole Anthony, Jaden Ivey thing is the closest thing to a dirty play this season for the Magic. And if you ask me, it wasn't dirty. It was really stupid. Really, really stupid. Really reckless. It's still not dirty. The KCP foul on Jason Tatum, that wasn't dirty. This Goga thing tonight wasn't dirty. The KCP Al Horford thing tonight wasn't dirty. In fact, it was Al Horford's fault. He's the one who cut KCP off. And yet there's this narrative now. People don't like teams that play physical anymore. I guess because it's 2025. It's crazy. Nick Monk says that beautiful P5 no-look pass and poster GOAT. P5 was crazy again tonight. So good. Where would we be without him, right? Man, let's just say Paolo had an off night. Pick your night. Game 1, game 2, doesn't matter. Let's say Paolo doesn't play well. Let's say he has an off night. We might have lost game 1 by 51 like the Grizzlies did against OKC, right? Maybe not tonight. Tonight we might have lost by 20-something. But game 1 would have been hideous. Really bad. It was already tough, but if Paolo's not on it, man, we are cooked. So shout out Paolo. He is the GOAT. Jalen Lawson says, we aren't dirty. The Celtics are just soft. I've been very disappointed with the Charmin softness of the Celtics this season, or this series, man, already. 2 games in. And their fans, too, like, what? I just don't understand. Really don't understand. Very soft. Matthew Garfinkel says, such a winnable game. I'm so mad. That's the hard part. Like, the Magic defense is still doing enough to win the game, right? You hold them to 109 points. You hold them to 12 of 37 from 3. That's 32%. It's a very winnable game. The problem is you leave 9 points at the free throw line. Oh, look at that. You lost by 9. Magic shoot 15 of 24 from the line, so that's a problem. You can't shoot the ball, obviously. That's a problem. It was a very winnable game. And yeah, if the Magic have a chance in this series, which again, no one's picking the Magic to win in this series, okay? If the Magic had a chance to win this series, you felt like tonight was the night you had to get a game, right? Not saying it's over. Again, it's not over till we lose game 3. If that happens, it's over. But game 3, we got to give it our best. Everybody. The roster, the fans. We got to go crazy Friday and just give this team a chance. It's the only way. It's the only way. We got a super chat here. This one's from Pure Tragic. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Super chat. Yeah. Pure Tragic is pretty good analysis for the Magic role players right now. That's for sure. The Sawstone says, man, wish someone loved me like the refs love Porzingis. Again, the whistle in the first 3 quarters, especially the first half, was outrageous. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Joe says they can win at home. I mean, we proved, again, it's a totally different animal. Cleveland, Boston, totally different. But this team has proven they can play different at home. Now, granted, the Celtics are a very good road team, right? The Celtics are not going to be intimidated necessarily by the atmosphere that may or may not be there on Friday if the Magic come out strong. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Aaron says, in all caps, we need all Magic fans there on Friday. 100%. That's what we need. Magic fans to be there, to be loud. Yeah. Man, KCP is just... Destin McGreatness says, Kevin, do you think Boston sits Tatum game 3 being up 2-0, giving some extra rest? It's possible he sits regardless. Like, if he was not able to play tonight, is he going to be able to play in 48 hours with a plane ride? I don't know. Do I think they rest him? I think if he's good to go, he plays. I really do. But there's a chance that he's not going to be good to go. I don't know. Scotty Doob, this is an interesting question. What was up with that terrible challenge? Thank you so much for that super chat, Scotty. Sorry, it's not Scotty. It's Scooty. Scooty Doo, like Scooby-Doo. My bad, Scooty Doo. Love that. Thank you for that super chat. The challenge. I definitely don't like the challenge. I can somewhat understand it. The problem is, to me, it's at best a 50-50 call. And you don't want to waste your challenge on a 50-50 call in the second quarter that doesn't impact foul trouble, right? Like, it's of a star, right? It's not like it was going to be Paolo's fourth foul or something like that. It was Caleb Houston, okay? Did I think it was a bad call? Probably, right? Like, Porzingis is literally wrapped around Caleb Houston, but I guess they said the contact was before that. It's a tough break, but no, he should not have used that challenge. But it's hard because a lot of Magic fans, myself included, want him to use the challenge more and not feel like he has to wait for some huge moment to save the challenge for that, you know? Would have been nice to have that later in the game for sure. J Curve says, Kevin, I'll be there with you Friday. Let's go. We're bringing it all Friday, folks. As Jonathan likes to say, you can show up with your voice, but you better not leave with one. That's a paraphrase. I don't remember what he exactly says, but we got to be crazy on Friday, okay? We got to be, as the name implies, the sixth man for this team. Because, this team struggles to have a sixth man some nights on the court, so we need to be one off the court. Oh, man. Tough. Wait, I'm Jovi says Heat might win game 2? No way. Okay, good. Whew. That must have been a little bit earlier. Because, they're down 7 with 25 seconds to go. I was keeping an eye on this game earlier. If there's another silver lining for tonight, it's that the Heat are also going to go down 0-2. So, you love that. Yeah. Luis Rosario says, Cole with his back to being out of control in the first quarter with a circus pass to nobody. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. He was just all over the place in those 5 minutes. Not good. Keon with the super chat says, it's clear Franz is Robin and P5 is Batman. I mean, if we have to assign roles right now, yeah, for sure. For sure. Can there be moments where Robin takes over? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's see. I'll hit a couple more messages in the chat, and we'll take a look at the box score, and then we'll come back to the chat before we call it tonight. The only hero says, Jalen, we need you. Man, can you imagine Jalen Suggs in this series? Sheesh. It'll be so much fun. So much fun. Rise and Shine says, watching Cole Anthony ball hog is unwatchable. 2 games he's proved to be unplayable this series. Nobody's creating space for our stars. Yeah. Cole is not good enough. Darius Smith, in quotation marks, says, playoff KCP. Yeah. Good golly, man. It's just so hard to watch. So hard to watch. I'm Joby says he's 3 of 14 in 2 games. Yikes. Yikes. Clement says, Franz should not be allowed to shoot threes unless wide open. He ruined the run with his bricks. Yeah, that's the hard part because Franz is a pretty good finisher, like good at getting to the rim. Sometimes you just wish he did that more, but at some point you got to take the threes, right? If he is wide open, you got to take him, and if they're not going in, they're not going in. All right, let's go to the box score. Let's take a look what we got over there tonight. Speaking of Franz, he had 25 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, only 2 turnovers tonight, so you'll be happy with that. He played 40 minutes. Sheesh. 10 of 20 from the field, but 1 of 7 from 3. I said it at the top. I actually thought Franz was quite good in this game, except for the 3-point shooting. And again, you take away the 3-point shooting, he's 9 of 13 from the field. But yeah, the 3 ball is just a struggle. Paolo, what more can we say? 32, 9, and 7 with 2 blocks, no turnovers in 43 minutes. He was 12 of 25 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. If you could pick apart one part of his game tonight, it's the 6 of 11 from the free throw line, left 5 points there. Don't like to see that, but outside of that, I mean, he was so good. Wendell, big bounce back game from him, 16 and 8 with an assist. It's not a perfect game by any means. He had some questionable moments, especially in the first quarter, but was a big part of the Magic staying relatively close to the Celtics. When the Celtics went on a run a couple times, it was Wendell who was able to be a part of closing the gap again. Then you have KCP. We've talked about him a lot, but 1 of 9 from the field, 0 of 6 from 3, 3 points. Terrible. Awful. $22 million man. Not good enough. Corey Joseph has to play 22 minutes, almost 23 minutes, because of the terrible guard play from a lot of other people tonight. But he ends up with 7 points, 3 assists, 2 steals. I thought Corey Joseph was as good as you're going to get from Corey Joseph in the first round against the Boston Celtics, right? What more can you ask from him? Like, come on. Caleb Houston, I mean, let's call it like it is. He was a breather opportunity for Paolo or Franz whenever he played. 10 minutes, didn't do anything. Anthony Black, I thought was miles better than game 1. Game 1, he really struggled. Tonight ends up with 11 and 4, 4 of 8 from the field. Obviously, you'd like to see him hit a 3, but he goes 0 for 2. J.I. only plays 6.5 minutes. I didn't hate what we saw from J.I. in the 6.5 minutes. It wasn't great, but I was surprised we did not see him in the second half. They instead opted for Goga, who we'll get to in a second. But like we saw in game 1, like I like how Jonathan Isaac played Porzingis in game 1, so I was surprised to not see more J.I. in this game. Gary Harris. Hey, let's give it up for Gary Harris tonight. Miles better than KCP. Okay? 2 of 2 from the field, 4 points for him in 13 minutes. Scored 4 points in 13 minutes, while KCP scored 3 points in 34 minutes. Yeah. Cole, we talked about him already, just 5 minutes. He was the worst player on... Well, I mean, KCP might be the worst, but Cole was the most wild and out of control player on the team. Those 5 minutes were just terrible. And then Goga gets some second half burn and ends up with 2 points, 3 boards, an assist, a block, and 1 elbow to the face of Kristaps Porzingis. Magic shoot 47% from the field, 24% from 3, 62.5% from the free throw line. Barf. Never going to be good enough. However, they only turned the ball over 7 times in this game, so that's a major improvement from game 1. As far as the Celtics go, 36, 10, and 5 for Jaylen Brown. He was outstanding. Kristaps Porzingis did not shoot the ball well at all tonight, but he was bailed out by the officiating. 10 of 14 from the free throw line, got 20 points. Derek White, Magic were able to contain him this game, unlike game 1. Drew Holiday was contained in this game. Peyton Pritchard, good percentages, but only 14 points. As was mentioned earlier, this is such a winnable game. This game was there for the taking. The Magic just needed to make a few more plays on offense, and they just couldn't do it. Defense was good enough. Offense for everybody not named Paolo or Franz, just not quite good enough. Our other MVPs of this game, Ed Malloy, Brent Barnacky, and James Williams. Just kidding. Let's see. Magic lost every quarter except for the fourth, including the third quarter, which is where, once again, Boston was really able to establish their lead. They outscore them 31-24. Tale as old as time. Magic lose the third quarter, and they lose the game. It's the way it goes. Magic did get 46 points in the paint, just 5 fast break points. They did have a lead, but only led by as much as 1. 17 bench points for this team, man. It's just not good enough. Just not good enough. And again, only 7 turnovers. But once again, oh no, that's right. Okay, never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. 7 turnovers for the Magic. There we go. 10 lead changes, 4 ties. Somewhat competitive game, but not competitive enough. Scores around the league. Cavs did beat the Heat 121-112, and the Rockets are up 9 early over the Warriors. That's obviously a must-win game for the Rockets. Already down 0-1 at home. Can't go down 0-2 at home. All right, let's go to the chat and see how we want to wrap this night up. Again, reminder, folks, we are going to have a new episode of the Six Man Show. Really late tonight / early in the morning. Myself and Jonathan will really kind of dive into this game and really talk about the first 2 games as a whole. Also, when you wake up in the morning, you'll see a brand new episode of the Six Fan Show where Ben Gifford was at the watch party at Wall Street tonight, and you'll get to hear some fan reactions to the series so far. Osama, this is exactly how I and probably all Magic fans feel. Says, I am heartbroken. We scratch and claw for these points, and then boom, 3. Again, 3. Again, 3. It's just the way this team is built. Everything we do offensively is such a grind. We have to scratch and claw, like you said, for every tiny little point. And a team like the Celtics can turn right around and just walk into a 3. Or even a contested 3. A 3 falling out of bounds in the corner with a guy with his hand in his face, and it's still going to go in, right? We have nothing. Like a Derek White, a Peyton Pritchard, we don't have anything even remotely like that. Porzingis, Horford, walking into 3s, being left open in corner 3s. We don't have anything like that. That's just automatic. We don't. It's tough. Tough. All right. But Jesse B says, screw lessons. I want to win. I know. Me too. It's another reminder that the cornerstones of this team are 23 and 22, right? This team is never going to win the NBA championship this season. We are still playing for the future. However, that gap between present and future continues to shrink. And it's got to be tiny next year. Like that gap between we're still looking at the present or still looking for the future while in the present, that gap's going to be real small next year. Really small. Rise and shine. I agree with this. It says, at this point, throw rookie Tristan da Silva in. At least he has size compared. Why not? Why not throw him in there? See what he can do. You're right. He has size. He's a solid defender. He's capable of knocking down an open triple. Like, why not? Why not throw him out there? Why not do it? Kevin says, announcer literally said KCP can't buy a bucket. Well, he's right. He's right. Oh, man. That's tough. I'm just sitting here thinking about, that was such a winnable game, man. You just need a few more buckets from somebody. Sucks. We'll go to the last couple thoughts here from the chat before we call it a night and look ahead to, again, tonight's episode of the Six Man Show with myself and Jonathan. We'll talk more about this game. In particular, yeah, let's see. Free throws. Yeah, free throws were a big problem in this game. Again, something we've seen before. Headgaff says, like button, hit. Yes. Like button, hit, please. If you appreciate the content, if you appreciate our channel, if you appreciate the Orlando Magic, I don't know, hit the like button, whatever it takes. Hit the like button. Kevin says Paolo would average a triple-double if we had a couple average shooters around it. Yeah. Yeah, 7. Well, was it 7 assists tonight? Yeah, man. It's crazy. Colin Cordero says the no-look from Paolo to Wendell was crazy. Paolo Wendell or the Paolo de Goga one? Are you talking about the Goga? Where he found Goga wide open at the rim? That was pretty sick. Ephraim, yeah, it says, I just lost it. Mose should have taken the tech. Yeah, he should have. I agree, man. Gotta fight for your guys. Perry 3X, Celtics fan here. You guys are one player with some leadership away from being a contender. First off, thank you for tuning into this game. Shout out to any nice, respectful, peaceful Celtics fans that are not tuning into this game, tuning into the show. Shout out to the peaceful, respectful Celtics fans out there. Always appreciate when fans from other teams come and consume our content and just try to learn more about, the team and the fan base and, how we feel about things. Because I do the same thing. And yeah, I most Magic fans would agree with that, right? One player and with some leadership away from being a contender. Yeah, this team needs another guard. Obviously, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is not cutting it. Jalen Suggs is the other guard, and obviously he's out for the season. But yeah, some sort of guard that can take a lot of pressure off of Paolo and Franz would do wonders. And yes, if they have that leadership capability as well, that'd be huge. Huge. Danny DeVito, speaking of Celtics fans, says Orlando just can't play defense. That is hilarious. Second best defense in the league this year. Hold the Celtics to 109 points. And says can't play defense. Thank you for your contribution to the show. Love that. Rise and Shine says Cole wins 6-man for Boston with how he played tonight. Yikes. Swa says rebounds win the game. Yeah, we haven't even really talked about the rebounding. What are they called? The Celtics, 13 offensive rebounds. The Magic do get 7 of their own, but yeah, giving up 13 offensive rebounds, too many. Rael says really missing Mo this series. Yeah, we have no one on the bench contributing. I wouldn't pick the Magic to win this series, even with Jalen and Mo, probably. But man, I would pick it to go 7 games. Like, I really would. Jalen and Mo would just make all the difference. All the difference in this series, if you ask me. Kelvin Walker, the simplest and most true statement, says, we need new players. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, we do. Noble Noel says, guess the spread for Friday's game. Oh, that's a good question. You're coming home. That's good enough for a couple points, at least. Sometimes it could be as many as like 5. I'm going to say Celtics. It depends. If Jason Tatum's back, I'll say Celtics minus 8.5. If he's not back, I'll say Celtics minus 6.5. That's what I'll go with. Maybe 5.5. Somewhere in there, 5 to 8. That's my uneducated prediction. Kevin says, will Mo be back for the start of the season? He should be, to my knowledge. We'll see. I guess he had it in December, so I guess that is kind of borderline. 9 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. It's really close. Really close. Maybe he's not guaranteed to do that. But Kevin says, I'd rather have George Niang on this team than KCP. Yeah. He can hit some open threes. Unlike KCP. All right, last couple thoughts here from the chat. We got to wrap this one up. We're at 40 minutes. It's been really cool hanging out with you guys tonight. Again, ton of you watching tonight. Thanks so much for being here. Hit that like button. Let's see. Last couple thoughts here. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom of the chat, see what you guys are saying. Chat is going crazy tonight. There are so many of you here, which always greatly appreciate that. Chris says, I'm sorry I missed the postgame live last game. I had a tornado warning in my area. It wasn't fun. Yikes, dude. It's never good. Never good. Glad you're okay, though. Majestic B says, we need to make a big leap next year. It feels like it. Feels like it, man. Got to do it. Kevin says, screw it, put Jet in the game. Now let's slow down a little bit. Let's slow down. That's hilarious. Olson says, what shirt are you wearing? I am wearing the, what year was this one from? 2022? Maybe? Duvin drop? Maybe it was 23. I don't remember. This is here. Let me get rid of this message. This is the Duvin shirt. I can't remember what year it was, but it's the sick one. It's got stuff on the back. I don't think I'll be able to show it in this chair, but yeah, it's got stuff water skiing on the back. It's just an epic shirt. Epic shirt. Majestic B says, play the song. Well, we can't play it today, but man, I really hope we can play it on Friday. Really hope we can play it on Friday. That's the goal. That's the goal. Lots of wild stuff happening in the chat. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Jay Ward says, with Jay Suggs and Mo, yes, we would have won this game. 100% agree. 100% agree. And now everyone in the chat is talking about who they'd rather have than Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So that's probably good plays, good time to end this one. Yeah, really tough loss. Tough loss for this team. It felt like a very winnable game, a game you needed. But instead, we have one more opportunity, folks. Bounce back on Friday at home. If you're at Kia Center, you bring it. Join me. It's a battle for the ages. You got to win it on Friday. It's our only chance. So let's bring it all, give it all we got. I'll see you Friday after the game. But until then, of course, let's go Magic. Oh, wait, timeout. I hope you're still here. Something really important I forgot to mention. Friday's Postgame Live is going to be live from the Tavern on Church Street after the game. Okay? I forgot to mention this at the top of the show. If you've ever wanted to come to a live Postgame Live, you can do it. The Tavern on Church Street, which is attached to the Kia Center, outside Kia Center. After the game on Friday, we're going to do the Postgame live from Tavern on Church. So if you want to come stop by, say hey, want to be a part of the show, it's going to be fun, okay? That's all I have for you now, okay? So if you want to do that, join us on Friday after the game at the Tavern on Church. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're staying open late after the game, so Magic fans can come hang out after that. That's right. This is like a post-credit scene, Jalen. Love that. Yeah, we'll be talking more about that on social media up until then. But yeah, Friday, come join us, Tavern on Church, for the post-game live in person. And until then, now let's go Magic.